My name is George. I'm from Occupy Houston. I've been here for the past maybe 3 weeks. And so the roles, so we need timekeepers. I don't know if anybody wants to volunteer to do timekeeping.
Would anybody like to
Well,
volunteer?
does anybody, do you guys know what timekeeping is? Everybody has an idea, yeah, okay. So does, will this count as timekeeping?
You can just say what timekeeper is if you want to. So he's just reporting. He's reporting.
Okay, well,
Folks,
you know,
I'll step up if no one does, but it's not really fair to the facilitator to make them take double roles. This is a people's assembly, so
thank you.
um, I'll do timekeeping if someone else will take stack. I'm too pushy
Yeah,
to
we
take
also
stack.
need a stack. We also need stackers. So if we can also have some volunteers for stackers, we need to, get people's voices heard on what they need to say and stuff. So if there's anybody who would volunteer to be a stacker,
What is the job of
the stacker basically just takes names of people who have something to say.
Okay.
That's basically you want to do it.
Do it up. Okay, you have a piece of paper or pen?
So you're doing
Uh,
taking time.
I think so.
All right. So I guess are those the only two roles you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess these are pretty much the only roles we really need for this. I guess now we will be moving into
Breakouts.
we will be moving into breakouts, which I guess what they include is discussing things such as projects, actions, or as you mentioned earlier, just any discussions that you guys may have for the next hour. So if you guys want to break up into, let's say you have an action that's being planned or a report back of an action, you want to break up into a specific group and talk about those actions and those projects going on, then we're going to take the next hour to do that. And also, or if you just want to have a discussion, so
We discuss the different projects, or maybe we should just discuss.
we're doing that.
Well,
Report back.
the idea to do breakouts is so that different projects can break out into different groups. And the other thing about breakouts is they empower everybody to speak. When we break out, everybody gets to talk in breakouts. When we're still in a larger assembly format, it doesn't. Not everybody is comfortable speaking in a larger body. Also, not everybody is confident, and then there's just too many things. Because, for instance, Jonathan may want to talk about a topic, not necessarily an action. But George may want to talk about an Occupy Trinity. So this gives us that opportunity to break out around stuff.
I think maybe what we're trying to figure out is what are the projects that we want to talk about
Sure.
first. So before we break out, we should know what the
Sure.
projects are that we want to talk about, and then we can break out into those projects.
Is anybody here bottom lining a action or future project or wants to host a discussion topic? Just raise your hand and what's your name again?
Kevin.
Kevin will
I
take
still need
stack.
something to write on.
Oh,
Give me a moment, bro. She got it. Oh, there you go.
Something to lean on?
I have books and stuff. Or you just use the floor.
Yes, you have-
I would like to talk. Sandy? I would like to talk about a think tank that can be at the park most days, and having people go around to subway stations or go around, having people go around to subway stations or to public spaces and to ask people if they have issues, even if they're not in the Occupy movement, especially if they're not in the Occupy movement right now, to come around and join us in the group discussions that we can address down at the park.
So that everybody,
Point of
Um,
information.
I'm Justin. I'm helping organize Occupy Halloween. I'd love us to talk about that.
awesome. Okay, cool. That's another thing that I wanted to mention, guys, real quick, is if we can keep it very brief so we can stick to the time, kind of like what we're doing right here. So, any,
Stack.
So I guess I'm gonna kill it with everything. A Guitar Army is doing something on Thursday, marching from Trinity Church all the way down to Brooklyn. You're more than welcome to come join that. Um, Another thing is Occupy Hearts. We're doing something in DC in conjunction with their anniversary that's coming in from the 29th of September all the way to 7th of October because of two occupation. Freedom and McPherson, just happens to be in that same date. And our objective is to hang about 1,000 hearts that explains why you occupy. So we have a template where you can cut out hearts. Sorry, you can cut out hearts and it said I occupy, and then you write why you occupy or people that you have, and then we're collecting it, send it to DC, and hang it all over Congress, the White House, and all these things. And then the other one is that we're still in the process of working on the World Without Borders action that was kind of tabled for a bit. It's about addressing the issue about immigration, and we're still trying to have conversation with other occupation um, who's gonna bottom line that action. LA say yay, but they would like to do it with another border because they would like to take accountability on the lower half, but it would be nice to have something in the upper half. So ideally now the conversation went from like doing it December down now being moved to March. So if you guys are interested,
What's your name again?
Michael.
If you, whenever you are asking for, saying that you're going to host a breakout, if you could just say where you're going to be, where you're going to be in this space, like, would you like to say where you're going to meet?
I guess right over there.
Back in that group, and you were with the think tank, and then Justin, where do you want to meet?
I'm here, I guess.
Okay, awesome. And what was your name again?
Michael.
Michael, where did you want to meet?
I'll take that over there.
They're
palm tree?
they're already meeting there. Do you want to move further out?
I'll take the one with the no smoking.
Okay.
No smoking section for Michael's. Three different topics. Right?
No, just the World Without Borders.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next on stack?
Did you get it?
I was just writing down what people said so far.
No. So the stack taker, what a stack taker does is anybody that raises their hands,
You write
you
their
just
name
get their
down.
names, and then you use progressive stack to like call out who's doing what. You're not taking notes. You're just taking like you're just taking down names of who wants to speak. So yeah. Please go ahead.
T, I'm with Political and Electoral Reform Working Group. We have an ongoing project which is an experiment in alternative voting methods and also brainstorming electoral reforms in the political system. The alternative voting experiment, we're going to be holding an exit poll style survey on election day, polling people as they come out of polling places using alternative voting methods. So we can compare alternative methods with the official method. We're looking for volunteers and people who are interested in participating in that. Right over here.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
My name also here, Robert. Go and occupy the subways, reach out to the outer communities in Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, and Manhattan. Do a loop, a 3-4 hour loop. Get as many people to reach out. That's how flyers as well also. Because at least 20% of this city's population ride the subway and the buses, so that's the best way to go.
Where do you want to meet?
I'll just meet at that pole over there.
Okay. There's 2 other groups meeting in that direction. Do you want to meet further, a little bit further down?
Okay, how about well, you can.
Yeah. You want to meet in that corner?
Yeah.
Towards
Okay.
the corner? Okay.
All right.
Anybody else have any topics that they want to discuss or planned actions or projects?
Yeah, this is great.
I want to announce about
Okay. We're gonna have a section for announcements
Yeah.
in the end. This is about hosting. Like, if you want to host a
okay.
discussion, you can host a discussion around it if you want to. If that's what you're looking at, or if you just want to make an announcement, then that'll be an announcement.
I'm afraid we'll lose some groups. So
Okay.
let's compromise and let's say I announce it now, and if anybody wants to speak to me about
Sure.
it.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
There's going to be a rally, march, and protest for human rights and mental health treatment policy and culture on October the 6th at the United Nations, One United Nations Plaza. It's going to be from 12 to 2 p.m. And there are several parts to this with speakers and so forth and so on. Any of you who are interested in the rights of people in regard to their mental health treatment, I strongly encourage you to come. Or if you want to know more about it, there are speakers from all over the country. I strongly encourage you to come. Some of us from the Disability Caucus for Occupy Wall Street are definitely going to be there. And we know some of the speakers, and it's going to be a very good effort. And the reason it's being held at the United Nations is that the United Nations, as you may know, as a treaty that we have never agreed to in the United States on the rights of people with disabilities. And so if anybody wants to speak to us about any of this, you can after your breakout or whatever.
Are there any others? We're about to break out actually. Are there any others? Any other breakouts? Because then we can just break out now. No.
Okay, I guess also one more thing for those of you that do not want to go to any of the groups, you guys, if you want to hold discussions or something here in this area, I mean that's one thing that you guys can do as well. If you guys don't, if any of these actions don't appeal to you, but we definitely encourage you to get involved with some sort of planned action, obviously. So.
All right, so we're gonna come and give you a heads up, and 7:15 we'll come back together in this space, and then we'll do report backs or people speak out. It takes that for that. All right, 7:15. So we have about 45 minutes.
So the breakouts are going to happen for the individuals who want to speak about their new projects that they want to create and discuss. I will stick with the Halloween. I don't think they care that I will stream them. So, Occupy Halloween. So if anyone's wants to participate in Occupy Halloween, Justin, right there. Yeah.
I was too big to get free candy.
Yeah.
That's great.
You were too big to get candy.
So, electoral reform group is meeting over here. If anyone's interested, voting, alternative voting methods experiment.
The gentleman over there can't do Halloween because he's too big to get candy. I would be scared too, opening a door and there's a giant gorilla knocking on my door and he's not wearing a costume. Yes, that would be frightening. Also, think about, I don't know, 50-year-old or 60-year-old grandmother. A big man comes out, trick or treat, and like, think she'll pull out a taser maybe. Maybe one of those super awesome baseball bats called the Billy Club.
Yeah.
I want to be bottom lining it.
Halloween. Yeah.
The Puppet Guild bottom lining it. They're offering their space on Mondays to build stuff. So they're going to do like the core of it. The theme's going to be Wall Street is graveyard, and there's a subsection of the Living Dead zombies because the Casseroles kids want to do a zombie horde.
All right.
So they're going to do a big float that has the Mr. Monopoly guy as a vampire with Romney and Obama on chains. And they're going to go as debt ghosts, and they're going to make these protest signs that are gravestones. The idea was to create a theme that basically anyone can kind of slip into without like conflicting with the messaging, and the messaging is debt is slavery and end of democracy.
Is Bane going to be in there as well?
Yes, Bane puppet will be there.
He's one of the best puppets now. Besides the slot machine that kind of...
Slaughter was coming back.
Yeah, and he's going to hopefully be fixed this time.
But on Mondays, they're offering the space on J Street for people to come and build stuff and store stuff if you want to build bigger stuff for Halloween for themselves. Otherwise, we just need vodkas on Mondays to come and help out.
So we are talking about Greenwich Village Halloween Parade, right? Because the flyer that was made, so like, first I was like confused. I was like, wait, if we're working on
I gotta change that.
and then I guess because last year it was more like if you like if you have like small affinity groups and just come in whatever the heck kind of costume they wanted. I mean, it's like you're welcoming people that don't necessarily want to do zombies.
Yeah,
it's not just you know what I mean? I think it's good to have an overarching theme that like.
That was the idea to
cohesive, but-
create a basket that anyone could plug into no matter what.
Yeah.
This is Mark's ass, by the way, that just came into the stream. If you wanted to grab it,
Egan Monsanto.
say it out loud.
Well, of course they're vegan. They're not made of it.
Sean Ponytail is like giving out Oreo cookies as he always does.
Cookie
in
caucus.
meetings.
Cookie
And Cookie
caucus.
caucus.
Discussion on Monday was mainly about like the closest
A lot better than the
things to the
our
election. Occupy
leisure cocks that happens once in a while.
Big statement about elections.
So
Oh,
Carrie
thank you.
just said. So what is the action? It's
Shit.
October 31st.
Sorry.
Where does it start?
It starts.
Cookies,
we'll-
Oreos,
we'll
delicious
assemble
Oreos.
the assembling
All right,
area.
back to the
It's
meeting.
over like on 12th, I think it is. I'm not sure the
Do
exact
they
address.
assign it to us? Like, do we get a spot? Because last
Yeah.
year they put us last.
We're
We assembled
last,
at
yeah.
Duarte.
Well, because we're gonna be probably the biggest group.
Yeah.
Can you last again?
What?
We're
Yeah.
laughing.
And
Who's
the
they?
puppet-
Who's organizing this?
It's a puppet. It's a puppet guild. And the parade's probably gonna be the same thing they did last year, where they open up the back of the parade after us, and the public can just walk in with the parade.
We got a lot of randoms coming in at the end last year. But they liked this. They got into it.
Yeah, I like these kinds of like actions where